Well, that's just a fucking good noise to come back to, isn't it? I'm literally like not even a second into this video and Kurasu's mad at me. That's about the standard, I think, these days. Anyway, hey there guys, my name is Nix and welcome back to Steins. Last time, we kind of avoided our... Well, we didn't avoid it. We finished our scuffle with Moeka and then decided we were going to look for FB to cancel her mail instead of trying to get me to do it. Because, yeah, she won't listen to me after she sent me... After she sent herself a text. Life is weird. Anyway. Yeah, I already replied to this one. And end of the previous episode. Anyway. Where am I? Kurasu sighs when she sees me. Yeah, standard reaction.
I
thought I asked you to keep me posted.
I've been busy.
Busy? Right.
Kurasu glances at Moeka. Were you worried about me? Of course not.
Why should I care what you're up to? It's just... Mayuri was really worried. I don't want to have to see her sad.
Yeah, that one's my B. That's completely my bad. I should be making Mayuri feel not terrible right now.
So at least give her a call, okay?
Now that she mentioned it, it feels like I haven't talked to Mayuri in forever. I'm doing this to save Mayuri. I'm close to discovering our true enemy.
Our enemy? But...
Kurasu glances at Moeka again. Moeka is completely expressionless. She's lightly kicking the dirt in boredom. She hasn't used her phone once since we began the search for FB.
Isn't she our enemy?
She is an enemy, but we're cooperating in order to uncover the truth.
Isn't she the one who killed Mayuri?
Yes. However, Moeka is just a pawn, one that no longer poses a threat. To save Mayuri, I need to capture the king. Well, the king's cell phone.
Whatever. So where are you going now? Take me with you.
Have you gone mad, in assistant mine? I feel like that's meant to say assistant of mine.
I'm perfectly sane, and I'm not your assistant.
It could be dangerous.
Eh?
Kurasu falters for a moment, but quickly tightens her expression.
Do I die today?
I've experienced the future, so I know who dies today. No, you don't die.
Then there's no problem. The world line has essentially guaranteed my survival.
I like your optimism, I guess. Right. Kurasu doesn't die today. Neither does Mayuri. The only person who dies today is... Kiryu Moeka. This afternoon, she kills herself. I've already told Moeka her fate. But in spite of that, Moeka doesn't seem upset. At least on the surface. She's expressionless as always. The only difference is that she's not checking her phone as often. But Moeka's not a strong woman. Beneath that expressionless mask is she struggling against the fear of death? Probably. I decide to confront Tennyouji directly. I have Kurasu stand guard outside the house while Moeka and I go inside. Not that we're planning to break in. We ring the doorbell like honest citizens. Tennyouji soon opens the door and invites us into the living room. I was not prepared for this voice. The divergence meter is sitting in its usual spot. I glance at the numbers. 0.523307%. There's still a long way to go before I reach 1%. How much more of this can I take? Make yourselves at home. It's just after dawn, much too early for guests, but Tennyouji welcomes us with a smile. He even starts preparing some instant coffee. Oh, good. Well, I mean, better than nothing. You're an early riser, Mr. Braun. Yeah, gotta see my little girl after school. Yeah, I know it's summer break, but the habits die hard. Is your daughter still asleep? Hey, you thinking of trying something while she's sleeping? Touch her and I'll break your head, you got it? Don't worry. I'm more interested in his wife. That's not a sentence I thought Okabe would say, but whatever. There's still no sign of her. Is she asleep too? Or could she be hiding somewhere? I'd like to do a thorough search of the house, but of course that's impossible. And then there's what he said just now about seeing Nai off to school. That sounded like something a single father would say. I suspected that FB was Tennyouji's wife, but that may have been a mistake. Maybe Tennyouji's just another courier after all. Maybe he doesn't even know about FB. There's the possibility that FB might not even be in Akaba. I need answers. But how do I get them? Moeka is just staring at the floor. I can't count on her for any bright ideas. And whether or not Tennyouji's wife is FB, I don't think this man will fall for any tricks. I decided to go for the direct approach. A few hours ago, 6 men stopped by the house to pick up a package, which they then delivered to France. You were there. I saw you. This time, Tennyouji doesn't give his usual macho attitude. He just smiles softly. And? The package contained an IBM 5100. You know what that is, of course. Yeah, the legendary retro PC. Letro? No, retro. My leg needs... I just moved and I feel like I've trapped something in my leg. It's fine, it's just one of those cramps where, like, it hurts right up until... It hurts to move your leg, but once you move your leg, it clicks into place and it's fine. This is too easy. He's never this cooperative. Are you just another courier? Or are you... a rounder? Instead of answering my question, Tennyouji looks straight at Moeka. Did you betray us, M4? Moeka jerks upright. M4 is Moeka's code name. Something only FB should know. No. FB? Tennyouji laughs once. A dry sound. Ever heard of Ferdinand Braun? Holy shit, he's been living downstairs this whole time. Moeka and I look at each other, confused by the sudden change of topic. Come on, he was the Nobel Prize-winning physicist who invented the Braun tube. Holy shit, everything makes sense. Tennyouji has a thing for Braun tubes. I know that. But what does that have to do with anything? Ferdinand Braun. Initials? Really? You were both that slow in the uptake? I clicked when he said Ferdinand Braun, but... oh well. Oh shit! Now you get it. Tennyouji casually produces a handgun. The motion is so smooth and natural that I don't even recognize it as a gun at first. Its heavy form gives off a chilling black luster. The muzzle is pointed at Moeka. What? Moeka and I are unarmed. We didn't plan for this! How could we have? We thought FB was Tennyouji's wife, not the man himself. Let me ask you one thing. Your wife. She died having Nai. Why? I curse silently. No wonder I've never seen her. She's been dead for years. Tennyouji is FB. I thought I was your world, M4. Now you're running away? Keeping his gun trained on Moeka, the man I knew as Mr. Braun laughed scornfully. We're at an overwhelming disadvantage. I was a fool to believe the direct approach would work. And my recklessness is going to get us both killed. No, not both of us. I don't die here. I'm here because I time leap on the 16th. That fact is written on the fabric of this world line. So if the attractor field model is right, I can't possibly die now, on the morning of the 15th. My survival is guaranteed by the same force that keeps killing Mayuri. However, Moeka has no such protection. She dies today. It doesn't matter how. She could easily die now, right before my eyes. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. It doesn't matter. My goal is to obtain FB's cell phone and send an email to Moeka in the past. That's the reason I'm here. In any case, I mustn't let his handgun scare me. There's no turning back now. All I can do is stay on the offensive. So you are a rounder. SERN's dog. A dog. Yeah, you ain't wrong. Tennyouji's like a different person today. He's composed. He doesn't get angry, even when I provoke him. You wouldn't expect a man with a gun to be so calm. Is this who he really is? Was the gruff but good-natured storekeeper just an act? If you shoot, it will wake up your daughter. So what? Do you want your daughter to see you commit murder? My little girl's smart as a button. She'll understand. I grind my teeth. I can't believe you're around her. You of all people! Hashida Suzu didn't give you a home so you could turn it into a safe house for SERN. Tennyouji's smile stiffens for a second. But then he slaps his knee and laughs. You know, Suzu-san, you should have said something. Tennyouji and I haven't spoken about Suzu on this world line. Anyway, what gives you the right to speak for her, huh? She died 10 years ago. You were, what, 8? How'd you know how she'd feel? She told me. I glare at Tennyouji. The anger and frustration are overwhelming. She was here, in this time, not 5 days ago! I'll bring it to you here in Akihabara. That's my duty and I'll see it through. The rest is up to you. Man, I feel like it's been a while since I've had to dig that one out. All I know is that she comes somewhere from, the country in the future. Change the future. Please. I still remember her words vividly. Though it feels like it's been forever since she spoke them. In objective time, it was just a few days ago. She was right there, and you never knew it! Hashida Suzu. No, Amame Suzuha was a time traveler. She came from the future to stop SERN! What? You never noticed, FB. The woman who saved your life came from the year 2036. She was one of us, a lab member, the daughter of Hashida Itaru. Suzuha hated SERN, and here you are, a man who owes her everything, doing their dirty work. Is this how you honor Suzuha's memory? Stop making shit up! Tennyouji thrusts his gun at me. I barely managed to keep from flinching. How did you turn out this way? Fuck you, it's complicated! Complicated? Is that supposed to be an excuse? You... really FB? Moeka looks completely lost. Tennyouji sighs and lowers his gun. Yeah, I am. The mails. I wrote them. Why did I pretend to be a woman? Camouflage, obviously. Not to hide my identity. The internet's full of guys pretending to be girls. Yeah, sadly he ain't wrong. I gotta say though, M4, you send too much goddamn mail. What's time for that shit? You better be grateful I bothered to reply. I'm waiting for Moeka to snap. No. FB was like my mother to me. She's slowly slipping into like the Lukako voice, but I don't know how else to do like a woman on the edge of tears. I do anything for FB. That was the point. It's easy to manipulate nut jobs like you. You just gotta give him something to cling to. Enough! I approach Tennyouji, but freeze once he points the gun at me again. Why did you stop emailing me? Huh? Oh, right. Your usefulness ended the second you dropped off that IBM 5100. I'm useless? That was obvious. I've been telling her this whole time that FB abandoned her. I guess it wasn't real to her until she heard it from FB's own mouth. Recruiting rounders directly is bad for secrecy. But the rounders make up for it by choosing expendable assets with nowhere else to go. Any member who finds an IBM 5100 is eliminated. No exceptions. What? What is he saying? That way, SERN gets to keep their secrets. Plus have a cheap army of outcasts like us. We're all expendable. Every last one of us. And it sucks, let me tell you. Without dropping his smile, Tennyouji takes his gun. As soon as our job's done, they get rid of us. Guess that makes us cattle, not dogs. And presses it against the side of his head. Disobey orders and they go after your family. I can't let them touch my little girl, can I? Wait, don't! Sorry for everything, Suzu-san. Really? How did I turn out this way? He pulls the trigger. Why? Brains splatter against the wall. Tennyouji's massive body drops to the floor and sprawls out, motionless. A dark red stain begins to spread over the tatami mats. He's dead. Tennyouji is dead. I don't want to know what that noise was. All I know it was incredibly unpleasant. It's probably Okabe being ill. It's over, and I still don't understand what happened. Would he have killed himself even if we hadn't confronted him? Was his death too the will of fate? Tennyouji had completed his mission. Maybe he chose to eliminate himself rather than face the SERN assassins. You fool. I bite down hard on my lip. I pound my fists against the floor. You left your daughter all alone. He meant to protect her with his sacrifice. But what's Nai supposed to do now? How could you die with a smile? All rounders are expendable, he said. Does that mean FB was just another pawn? Is that how SERN operates? That's insanity! This can't be real. Nai, is she still asleep in the next room, blissfully unaware of her father's suicide? How do I explain this to her? Should I run? Again, strictly speaking, my purpose is to obtain FB's phone. Once I send the D-mail and change the world line, all of this will be undone. I can run like a coward and no one will know. I'll know. I timidly slide the door open to Nai's room. It looks like you'd expect. There's a red backpack hanging next to the desk, and there's a futon laid out on the floor. But Nai isn't there. The window is open. The lace curtains are waving, as if to invite the fresh morning breeze inside. She's gone? Where did she go? No. Don't tell me SERN kidnapped her. I don't even know if she was here when we arrived. None of this makes sense. This isn't the world I know. His phone. I need Tennyouji's phone. I'm relieved Nai isn't here. I don't have to tell her about her father's death. I find Tennyouji's phone in his pants pocket. I was ready to kill him for it if I had to. I never thought he would kill himself. And now I'm looting his dead body like a hyena scavenging for scraps of meat. I make myself want to puke. I leave as soon as I have the phone, dragging the catatonic Moeka with me. We regroup with Kurisu, who is worried sick waiting outside, and hail a taxi. I wish we hadn't spent so much time parked near Tennyouji's house. Once the body is found, the police might trace the rental car back to us. Maybe we should have reported it first, but I'd rather not have to answer any questions. Besides, soon none of this will have happened. So the manager was FB. First we take Moeka back to her apartment. There we explain to Kurisu what happened. Moeka didn't say a word on the way back. Now she's sitting on the floor by the entrance, staring off into space. It must be quite a shock to hear Tennyouji's FB's confession. The one person she trusted betrayed her. She may never recover. But were Tennyouji's actions really a betrayal? I'm not quite convinced. Something felt off back there. Rounders who complete their mission are eliminated. No exceptions. That's what FB said. But in that case, why wasn't Moeka killed?
No.
Hey, Moeka. It's possible that FB did what he did so you could live. Maybe he didn't abandon you. Maybe by pushing you away, he was trying to keep you safe. This may just be wishful thinking. We'll never know FB's true intentions. But I want to believe that Tennyouji did care for her, and that there was a place for Moeka somewhere. What am I doing? Why am I trying to comfort Moeka? Maybe I'm just soft. Okabe! We need to send the D-mail now. Kurisu's expression is grave.
Mr. Chance, you could be in a lot of trouble.
Kurisu had the same thought as me.
Your goal is to save Mayuri, not take revenge on SERN, right? I don't want anyone else to be hurt because of the machine we built.
Yeah. You're right. FB's phone is in my possession. There's no longer any reason to stay on this world line. It's only a matter of time until the police come looking for us. I should send the D-mail immediately. When I do, the present will be reconstructed. Tennyouji will still be alive. Moeka will still be in contact with FB. And at last, the IBM 5100 will return to me. I just need to think about saving Mayuri, and all will be well. Do you think Daru's still in the lab?
I'll try calling.
I'll send the same message I tried to send earlier from Moeka's phone. Only this time it will be from FB's phone. When Moeka sees it, she'll believe it to be an order from FB. Knowing her dependence on FB, she'll obey without question. It makes me sick to be taking advantage of Moeka's vulnerabilities like this. How am I any different from FB?
He said he'll be back there in 5 minutes.
So we just wait until then.
By the way, something weird happened back there.
After closing her phone, Kurisu glances at Moeka and lowers her voice.
While I was waiting outside, I heard a gunshot. And right after that, I saw her.
Who? I ask, even though I already know the answer. There's only one person it could be.
Nai-chan. She ran out the back door.
Oh, Tennyouji had this planned. Huh.
When I called her to stop, our eyes met.
Kurisu bites her lip, as if fighting an unpleasant memory. It happens right after she heard the gunshot. If that's true, then Nai saw her father die. She saw her father die and ran away. What? There's a knock at the door. Someone's here. Who? Moeka, who had been squatting by the entrance, slowly lifts her head. This is wrong. The timing's too perfect. Today, Kiryu Moeka dies. This world line has already approved that fate. Has it come for her already? Moeka reaches for the doorknob. Wait! Don't! I try to stop her. But it's too late. Too late? But it's too late. Moeka is already turning the doorknob. The door opens slowly. And there stands...
Konnichiwa.
Hi! An innocent greeting. I have a horrible feeling about what's about to happen. A child's voice. Familiar. How did she find this place? How did she get here? Why did she come here? She ran away. Our eyes met. Right after I heard the gunshot. Yep! That's what I was afraid of! Nai steps up to Moeka. Moeka's body blocks my view. The next instant, Moeka drops to her knees like a string-cut puppet. I don't like that! Oh, that's a big nope from me, Chief! An innocent laugh. Hands dyed with blood. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, like, part of me hates this, and part of me is going, Yandere, yes! I have many problems. A cleaver in her hand.
Wei. Yes, Wei.
Nai's lips twist into a victorious sneer. She looks straight at me, her eyes burning with intense hatred. Those aren't the eyes of a child. What's going on here? Is this really Nai?
I won't forgive you.
The venom in her voice chills me to the bone.
Daddy died because of you. I'll never forgive you.
Yeah, well, Mayuri died because of you, so I guess we're fucking even.
I'll kill you with my own 2 hands.
Kurisu and I stared in shocked silence. Neither of us can move a muscle. Who out of the two of you feels more comfortable assaulting a child? I shouldn't be asking that.
Okabe Rintaro.
My heart skips a beat. I feel like someone just walked over my grave.
I'll come for you in 15 years. I hope you spend them quivering in terror.
Nai tosses the knife away and leaves, laughing all the while. Okay, I had no opinions of Nai. Why is it that the moment she's revealed to be insane does she suddenly shoot up in my expectations? I hear the sound of her footsteps pattering down the stairs. Soon they fade away, leaving us in silence. The fuck was that? At least she didn't threaten you. You were fine, Kurisu. What the hell was that? A demon? Was she possessed? My entire body is shaking. I have to struggle just to move a finger. What about Moeka? Moeka's clothes are soaked in blood. There's a gaping wound in her abdomen where Nai stabbed her. Calm down! Kurisu yells for me to come to my senses, and then she takes out her phone. Check out Kiryu-san! I'll call an ambulance! No, wait! Before that! Maybe you should just send an email. Even now, Kurisu is calm. I feel an irrational surge of anger at her composure, but I know she's right. Once I send the email, the world line will be undone. I know that, but I still run to Moeka's side. When I lift her up in my arms, I see that her chest is already covered in blood. Moeka! She's my enemy. Hang in there! She killed Mayuri. Can you hear me? Moeka! I can't understand her. I can't forgive her. And yet, I can't help but call her name. Because in a sense, she's a victim too. Moeka slowly opens her eyes. Her eyes are blank and unfocused. She's fading fast. She tries to speak, but her voice catches in her throat. I bring my ear closer to her lips. Precious to you. Yes, you did. Countless times. Not on this world line, but on others. This is my punishment. The will of fate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I silently squeeze Moeka's hand. Moeka doesn't squeeze back. She no longer has the strength. Nothing except FB. The only place I belonged. I would kill to protect it. You're right. To hate me. I'm so sorry. I forgive you. The words come to my lips unbidden. But as soon as I speak them, I understand why. Moeka does not kill Mayuri on this world line. Even if she could, it wouldn't happen until tomorrow. This Moeka, the one dying in my arms, is innocent. And yet, even now, she says I'm sorry. How can I not answer her? I forgive you. Perhaps the words are meaningless. Forgiving Moeka will not cure Nai's hate. Neither will Moeka's death. I don't even know if I truly mean what I'm saying. Still, I remember what Kurisu said. My goal is to save Mayuri, not avenge her. So here, now, I forgive you. The anguish seems to fade from Moeka's face. Her eyes slowly close. A tear slides down Moeka's cheek. Her hand slips from my grasp. She's no longer breathing. Biting my lip, I lay Moeka to rest on the floor. I place her purple phone in her hands. Wakabe. Kurisu calls to me in a weak voice. I think you should send the email. Everything's ready at the lab. Yeah. Moeka and FB are gone, but Mayuri's fate remains unchanged. The universe still demands her death. Hey, Christina. When I send the D-mail and change Divergence, do you think Moeka's fate will change? Based on the attractor field model you spoke of, she'll more likely live to... She'll be more likely to live if the divergence exceeds 1%. Sorry. I wish I knew what to say. Don't worry about it. I stand up. Moeka's blood clings to my hands. It won't come off, even when I wipe it with a tissue. But I said my phone just flickered for a moment there, as if I'd gotten the mail and it didn't nothing happened. Like, I'm not the only one that saw that, right? I stopped trying to take out FE's phone. I nod to Kurisu. She called Daru and tells him to activate the phone wave name subject to change. I take one last look at Moeka's body lying there. Causality is a strange and terrifying thing. At the beginning of this, Moeka killed Mayuri. But now Moeka lies dead, while Mayuri still lives. All because I changed the past. Moeka, if you're going to apologize for a sin you didn't commit, then I must apologize as well. I'm responsible for twisting your fate. And for twisting the fate of Tennyouji Nai. I ruined that innocent girl's life. Made her something other than what she was meant to be. Is it okay to just leave her like this? Of course, if I send the D-mail now, then this world line will be undone. Nai's twisted fate will be corrupted, corrected even. There's no point in worrying about it. I should just think about Mayuri. I shouldn't burden myself with any more problems. Is this really okay? Of course it is. Send the D-mail. That's all I need to do. Why won't my fingers move? I already know what I need to do. And yet... Okabe? Wasn't there something strange about that girl?
That girl. You mean Nai-chan?
I nod.
She was like a different person.
What did she mean? She'll kill me in 15 years. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to play Steins Gate Zero to find out. It bothers me. Does she know something? What is she implying?
Don't worry about it, Okabe. Send the D-mail right now. That'll solve everything.
I put FB's phone into my pocket. I can't pretend I didn't see that. Now his crime is partly my responsibility. And I need to know what she meant when she promised to kill me 15 years from now. I'm time leaping. Back to the lab. Kurisu sighs, but I pretend not to hear it.
Our enemy? But...
Kurisu glances at Moeka, then whispers into my ear.
Isn't she our enemy?
It's about 7 AM, right?
Huh? Well, yeah, but where did that question come from?
After time leaping 4 hours back, I find myself in front of the station. This is right after Moeka and I met up with Kurisu after returning from Narita Airport. And after this comes the Tennyouji residence. Moeka is standing a few meters away, kicking the dirt in boredom. Moeka was dead just a few minutes ago, but now she's perfectly fine. I feel no surprise. I suppose I've grown accustomed to this particular facet of time travel. After all, I've seen Mayuri come back to life countless times already. There's one other thing experience has taught me. Today, Moeka and Tennyouji will die, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. I know it's cruel, but I didn't come back here to save them. I don't have the means to, and it isn't my problem. The problem is Nai. We arrive in front of Tennyouji's house, just like we did before we time leaped. But this time, I wait outside with Kurisu. Moeka enters alone, expressionless as ever. While we wait outside, I tell Kurisu what's about to happen. I also tell her to wait a little while after she hears the gunshot, and then go back inside and take Tennyouji's phone. It feels like an eternity passes in silence. And then... Kurisu gasps. Her body goes stiff.
There really was a gunshot.
I immediately look around. Just as Kurisu told me, I see a girl coming out of the window. She walks away quickly, but at the same time taking care not to make a sound. That's not how a child acts after witnessing her father's death. Wait! Naya looks over her shoulder. She spears me with eyes full of hatred. That alone is enough to make me shiver. It's pitiful, but a tiny girl is making me nervous. Something is very wrong here. This Naya's like a completely different person. I want to know her true identity. That's why I time leaped instead of sending her the D-mail. Naya's still running, ignoring my calls to stop. I run after her. Out of shape as I may be, I'm still more than a match for a 12-year-old girl. The distance between us quickly shortens. Nai keeps running, occasionally looking back at me and grinding her teeth in a very unchildlike manner. Normally a child being chased by a man will cry and scream things like stay away or help. But this girl says nothing. The only sound is her heavy breathing. Stop! I call out to her once more when she's nearly in arm's reach. Unexpectedly, Nai slows down and eventually stops to catch her breath. Looks like she's realized she can't get away. From the sound of her breathing, she must be at her limit. We're alone. Kurusu and Moeka must still be at the house, and the streets are empty thanks to the Obon holidays. Perfect. I was afraid someone might report me as a child molester. Wouldn't be the first time. Now I can get what I need. Now I can get what I need to know out of this strange girl who looks like Nai. I call out to her as I catch my breath. Are you really Tennyouji Nai? Nai glares at me as she catches her breath. You plan to kill Kiryu Moeka after this, don't you?
That's right.
She punctuates her nonchalant reply with a cruel smile. That is not the face of a child. Revenge for your father?
You and Kiryu Moeka killed Daddy.
Her dad killed himself. He blew his own brains out. He would have done it even if we hadn't been here. It's not our fault.
I don't care.
What?
Kiryu Moeka was there when Daddy died, but she didn't stop him. I won't forgive her. Not you, Okabe Rintaro. You were there, but Daddy would have died if you hadn't gotten involved.
Wait, is she blaming me for finding the IBM 5100? How the hell was I supposed to know?
But I won't kill you now. I can't.
A tiny little girl, barely half my height, looks up to me with a smile that chills my blood.
I'll kill you in 15 years. Keep living in fear until then.
I get on my knees and grab Nai by the shoulders. I hold back my terror and meet her stare for stare. And yet, this girl doesn't even flinch. Who are you? She isn't Tennyouji Nai. What do you mean you'll kill me in 15 years?
Exactly what it sounds like. 15 years from now, I'll kill you.
Killed? Why is she using past tense? Nai laughs once, a harsh and mocking sound. Then she leans in and whispers.
You still don't get it? Just now, you asked who I am. I am Tennyouji Nai. No doubt about that. But I remember the next 15 years.
No. Did she? Oh my god! She's the one who time leaped when we got the fucking... There was the scene where it was like, someone used the time leap machine. Time leap? Nai suddenly whips out a knife, catching me completely off guard. Oh, what the... Oh, I love it. It's got Yandere written all over it, and I love it. Nai drives the knife into the elbow of my right arm, which was grabbing her shoulder. Blood sprays onto Nai's face, but she doesn't even blink. Instead, she laughs. Just like she laughed when she killed Moeka. Damn it! The intense pain brings me to my knees. For a moment, I panic. Somehow I can manage to convince myself that I'm fine. I won't die here, I tell myself. This world line won't accept that. It's just like Nai said herself. It's not that she won't kill me. She can't. She tried, something would surely interfere.
Wanna hear how I killed you? In the future, you were one of the founders in the resistance against SERN. But I captured you, and imprisoned you, and tortured you in every way I could think of. You cried and screamed and begged for your life, all while covered in piss and shit. You were one sorry sight, Okabe Rintaro. And after I ran out of things to do, I finally slit your throat. And then I stabbed you! Over and over and over again, so many times that I don't even remember! That's how your life is going to end. And that's your punishment for murdering Daddy.
Nai grabs my arm and digs her tiny fingers into the wound. My nerves burst into flame, not just in my arm, but throughout my entire body. The pain forces the air out of my lungs in a blood-curdling scream. I can't shake off Nai's hands. I can't even move a finger against the pain.
SERN confiscated your time leap machine. They keep it locked away for 15 years. Until I came for it. After I became a rounder and killed you, I used that time machine to come back all the way here. It was hard, let me tell you. That piece of shit can't leave more than 48 hours at a time.
To travel 15 years would take 48-hour increments. It would take... Damn, I can't calculate through all the pain.
2,738 leaps. I messed up a few times though, so it was more like twice that. At least, I kinda lost count after a while.
Now I get it. When I came to this world line, I went back to the lab after learning of Moeka's suicide. And once I got there, I found evidence that someone had used the time leap machine. So that was Nai's final time leap. Nai kept staring into my eyes as her fingers crawled deeper into my wound. I bite my lip in a desperate attempt to bear the pain. My blood won't stop flowing. It collects into a puddle and stains the asphalt dark red.
Revenge was all I lived for. I won't let you get in the way. I will kill Kiryu Moeka with my own two hands. I won't let that bitch kill herself. She doesn't deserve to go out easy.
You leapt 15 years just for that? She's insane. And it was Moeka and I who made her that way. Who turned an innocent little girl into a creature of hatred starved for vengeance. We stole 15 years of her life. 15 years. I can't understand what it's like to live with such hatred for so long.
Just for that.
Nai's slender fingers pry deeper into my wounds. So deep I can feel her fingers against my bone.
It might not mean too much to you, but to me, killing you two means everything.
So you kill Moeka. What comes next?
Next?
You're gonna repeat those 15 years all over again?
Huh. What do I care about those 15 years? There's nothing for me there.
She does not cry. She does not sneer. Her voice is flat and emotionless as she speaks these words. There's nothing more I can say to this girl I destroyed. At last, Nai lets go of my arm. She looks in disgust at her hands, now covered in blood.
I don't need anything from you now. Just wait in fear and regret, Okabe Rintaro, until I come for you in 15 years.
I'm powerless to stop her from running away. Dry laughter leaks out of my mouth. That girl's disconnected from causality, just like I am. I asked her what she would do after killing Moeka. She didn't answer. The first time she lived those 15 years, all she had was revenge. After time leaping thousands of times, she exacted that revenge. How will she live those 15 years a second time around? Will she kill me again? Will her revenge be complete by then? Or will it continue forever, until she even forgets why? The thought squeezes my heart like a vice. Does time travel bring nothing but pain? We built a time machine out of curiosity. We were fools. If not for our meddling, SERN would never have targeted us. Mayuri would not have died. Shizuo would not have had to travel to the past. Faris would not have lost her father twice. Lukako would not have had to forsake her feelings for me. And Moeka would not have killed Mayuri. Okabe! Kurisu runs up to me. She turns pale at the sight of my bleeding arm. What happened? Are you okay? She kneels in front of me. Worry is etched on her face. The phone. I brought it, but... Kurisu hands me FB's phone. I take it out and start typing the mail with my left hand. Tell me what happened, will you? Should I call an ambulance? Calm down. I'm gonna send the email now. Right. If the world line changes, then this wound will go away. Yeah, but who cares about my wound? Tennyouji's death, Moeka's death, the damage to Nai's soul will all be undone. That's what matters. I finish the mail and take a breath. Hey. Why do you think Tennyouji didn't kill Moeka? What do you mean? Any rounder who finds an IBM 5100 is silenced. No exceptions. That's what Tennyouji said. In that case, the one who should have been eliminated first was Moeka. She found the IBM 5100 in the first place. And yet, Tennyouji cut contact with her instead. And when we exposed his true identity, he shot himself, not Moeka. I think he wanted to save Moeka. Perhaps that's just wishful thinking. Perhaps I'm just looking for an ounce of comfort in all this suffering. Even if that was Tennyouji's intention, it was meaningless. Moeka will die today. Whether by her own hand or Nai's. It doesn't matter. However, I hope it works out on the Beta World line. They are the enemy. I should hate them for killing Mayuri. But in some sense, Tennyouji, Moeka, and Nai are all just victims of my foolish experiments. I pray they can live normal lives, at least on the Beta World line. For their sake as well as Mayuri's, I must send the D-mail. Sorry, Nai. Once this D-mail is sent, this world line will be undone. But I can't let you have your revenge. 57, 105. The world shatters, warps, and reforms. Eventually, those sensations disappear and colour gradually returns to the world. I find myself standing in the street near the lab. The burning pain in my right arm is suddenly gone. I look down. There is no wound, no blood. Instead, I'm holding a convenience store bag with 2 bottles of Dr. P. I guess it worked. I head straight for Moeka's apartment. When I get there, Moeka opens the door normally and peeks out at me. She looks fine. No signs of despair. No blood stain by the door. No knife either. Okabe-kun. How do you know where I... Let me kill some time here. I barge into the room. The hour of Moeka's death passes with no sign of Nai. The world line has changed. Moeka's right in front of me, but she sends me a mail. It feels like forever since we last conversed like this. What do you mean? Oh, piss, I did... My supervisor told me to stop looking, Moeka. FB told you to stop. Shit, she never told me that one in this world line. So FB's still alive. I feel relief, but also fear. I mustn't forget that he is my enemy. For now, however, I'm more interested in what Moeka just said. FB cancelled the mission to retrieve the IBM 5100. Doing your duty set you up for disposal, so we're more like cattle than dogs. I recall his last words. Perhaps he cancelled the mission so that they wouldn't be eliminated. If that's the truth, then maybe he really was trying to save Moeka.
Live in fear and regret, Okabe Rintaro. Until we meet again in 15 years.
I wonder what happened to Nai. I can't get that childish yet hate-filled voice out of my head. On that word line, I turned an innocent girl into a murderer. I bite my lip hard enough to draw blood. I won't fear you, Nai, nor will I repent. That word line has already been undone. But how will things turn out on this new world line? No, there's no point thinking about it. If the plan works, the IBM 5100 should already be back in my possession. And if that's the case, then there's no need to stay on this world line either. On the way back to the lab, I stop by the Brawn Tube workshop and peek in through the window. The 42-inch CRT is on, and Tennyouji, FB, is lounging in front of it, reading the sports pages. FB's still alive. His daughter, Nai, has no reason to hate anyone now. I climb the stairs to the lab. There's nobody there but Kurisu. Have you been to Kiryu Moeka's apartment?
Huh?
Huh? Kurisu pauses her at-channel browsing session for a look at me in confusion.
Moeka-san's apartment? Never.
Oh. Okay.
Why do you ask?
It doesn't matter. Just wondering. I cut across the lounge and head straight for the development room. But first... Why do I only converse with Mayuri via text these days? It bothers me to no end.
Hakuren's been acting strange lately, so Maishi didn't go to Kamama today. Are you at the lab? Maybe I'll go there now. I haven't seen you in a couple of days, you know? We usually see each other every day, so it's really lonely. I know it's only been 4 days at most, but I'm used to being with you all the time. I'm your hostage, remember? Don't let go.
Wow. Oh, shit. Something in my heart just started to ache at that last line. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mayuri. What the fuck have I been doing this whole time? I know what I've been doing, and I'm sorry, Mayuri, but it's for your sake. In the middle of that room sits the time leap machine. After I glance at the time leap machine, I scan the shelves. It's here! A large familiar cardboard box. was right. Inside the box is the IBM 5100, the legendary retro PC stolen from me by a twist of fate. At last, it has returned. The long battle is finally over. I did it. We can save Mayuri. Daru! Daru! Where's my super hacker? I can't contain my excitement. My heart is belting like a jackhammer.
He's not here. He went to Kamama, remember?
Oh. Right. In that case, he won't return until evening. I can't wait that long. So I fire up the time machine and leap. Wow! I was about to say, like, have a little patience. And then I remembered you can, like, control time to an extent. So really, why give a shit? Oh shit, we going back real far. Shape and color return to the world. I see Daru in front of his computer, sleepily playing an eroge. Kurisu's napping on the sofa. She probably just got done with her all-nighter on the time leap machine. Mayuri's not around. She probably went to Lukako's to beg him to cosplay. Daru! Christina! Kurisu jerks awake. It's time for the final phase of Operation Vithandi. My sonorous? Yeah. My sonorous declaration earns me only blank stares. Why are they so slow? The IBM 5100, Daru! Yeah? Listen to me, man! We have an IBM 5100! Of course we do. You're the one who found it, Okarin. Yes! Yes, I did. I found it at Yanabayashi Shrine! Have you been drinking too much soda?
Let me sleep for crying out loud.
Kurisu rubs her eyes and complains. She looks dead tired.
I was up all night.
That yawn was genuine, by the way. I heard Kurisu yawn and I needed to yawn as well. A question, Daru. Have you researched how to use the IBM 5100? Huh? Well, yeah, I guess. Can you believe I did it while preparing for Kamama? I'm like a saint or something. They'd knight me for this in England. I'm umming and ahhing. We've knighted people for less, so I guess he's not wrong. Then we shall call you Sir Super Hacker! Hell no.
You guys shut up. You're giving me a headache.
If Daru knows how to use the IBM 5100, then we can hack CERN right now. Hear me, lab mems! Mayuri's not here, but that's actually more convenient. A long struggle has at last reached its climax! Ragnarok is at hand! Now we must deliver the decisive blow. With the power of the IBM 5100, we shall crack CERN's most secure database and destroy it from the inside. Through the cowardly apparatus known as the Echelon, the enemy has acquired precious intelligence of our activities. Now they plot to steal our sacred time machine, upon which rest their hopes and dreams of all of mankind. Beneath its scholarly trappings, CERN is a hive of scum and villainy, of men who have sacrificed innocent souls in their quest to rule all of space and time. But now we are poised to crush them with the hammer of justice! And when we do, they will know once and for all by whose hands the wheel of fate truly turns. When the sun sets upon the battlefield, the foul system that rules the world will crumble! From the flames, a new age will rise! An age of glorious, unfettered chaos! Shut up! Kurisu gets fed up and rises from the sofa.
What are you talking about?
Nobody can know the darkness in Okarin's heart.
First, get your character straight. What kind of scientist talks about the hammer of justice?
I guess he just caught up in the heat of the moment. Maybe he regrets it now. Come on, guys, stop complaining and get ready. Get ready? It's a cracked CERN! Were you even listening?
I don't think that's a good idea.
When did you become a goody two-shoes? Where's your ambition?
Are you trying to get us arrested?
That's not the problem! I fight the urge to grind my teeth. Instead, I fix Kurisu with my stare. It has taken me so long, just to reach this point. This is my chance to escape the Alpha World Line and save Mayuri. I won't let anyone get in my way. Anyone!
Okabe?
Why so serious, man? I've got a good reason. To them, only half an hour has passed since the time leap machine was built. But to me, many days have passed since this ordeal began. Please. I bow my head deeply. Please, hear me out. Or else Mayuri will die. And in 26 years, the world will be ruled by SERN. Suzua's sacrifice will have been for nothing. Daru claps me on the shoulder and smiles broadly as he thrusts his thumb skyward. It's not like I'm cracking for you or anything, okay?
Oh, God.
I burst into laughter. Sir Super Hacker Tsundere version is here to save the day. I couldn't ask for a better right-hand man. As Daru hooks up the IBM 5100 to his PC, I explain the situation one more time. Let's hope this is the last. This all happened because of the very first D-mail I sent to Daru. CERN intercepted that D-mail with Echelon and figured out what it meant, then sent their rounders after us. They will kill Mayuri, kidnap us, and steal the time leap machine. Some years after that, I assume, Daru and I will escape and form the resistance to which Suzuha belonged. I tried to save Mayuri, but nothing worked. Every world line converged on the same result, just as attractor field theory said they would. You know, if all this is in your head, I think you've got a career as a light novel author ahead of you. Are we really breaking the fourth wall now? It's true. All of it. To prevent Mayuri's death. And to free Suzuha's future from CERN. We need to escape from the Alpha World Line. And I think we can do that by cancelling all our changes to the timeline so far. Oh shit. Well, I've just realized something, and I will leave that one on the DL probably for the next chapter. I should return us to the Beta World Line, the world line that existed before I sent the first D-mail. There's just one more step. We need to erase the first D-mail from CERN's database. If what Suzuha said was correct, then erasing the data will take us over 1% divergence and back to the Beta World Line. It was just one short email, barely 36 bytes, but it changed the course of human history. The butterfly effect.
Fascinating.
Kurisu mutters as she sips her coffee. It looks like she's already recovered from her exhaustion. You believe in Makiseshi?
In theory. I'd like to see objective data, but that's obviously not possible.
Relax. Your time leap machine works perfectly.
Of course it did.
She doesn't deny it. That's just like Kurisu.
Besides, well, we were already planning to crack SERN's database, weren't we? Fine, let's see what's in there. If the mail data exists, then it's proof of what you said is true.
So what you're saying is don't think, feel. Got it!
You lost me.
What he meant to say was don't think, do. Daru extracts his massive body from the space behind the desk, plops himself on down in the chair and wipes away his sweat. Done bridging them. I need to tinker with the settings a little, but we should be able to we should be up and running in about 10 minutes. All right.
So the first email started everything. Was that the one you showed me at ATF? The one that said I died or something?
Right. I found you dead at Radicon and sent Daru an email. Daru happened to be experimenting on the phone wave named subject to change at the time, so the discharge phenomenon occurred and the mail was... My voice trails off. Something is telling me to stop. Fear rises in my chest. A sudden, terrible certainty that I'm missing something vital. I frantically replay the conversation in my head. We must cancel all our changes to the timeline so far. The very first email started it all. The one that said I died or something. Return to the world line that existed before I sent the first email. An icy fist seizes my heart. Then I turn to Kurisu with a look of pure terror. Our eyes meet. Those eyes of hers no longer show the sharp defiance from where we first met. Instead, they glow warmly in the light with curiosity. What? I was right. I had missed something vital. Something dire. The world line I set my sights on to save Mayuri. The world line upon which Suzuha staked her hope for the future. The world line where I am poised to reach to the end of this long struggle. On that world line, Mayuri lives. On that world line, SERN fails. And on that world line, on the 8th floor of Radicon, Makase Kurisu dies.